It is their map pick, so they would have known coming into this that they were going to get to play Inferno, right? They would have predicted Navi's ban. They would have been able to come into it with a game plan for Inferno, and maybe those 3 losses in a row against Navi on this map have sort of prepared them all for this moment, right? This is their arc, right? This is their redemption arc where they are going to finally get to shut down Navi on Inferno and pick up the win as we go into map 2 of this deciding game. Winner qualifies for the PGL Major in Antwerp. Loser still needs to drop down. They're not out of it yet. They're going to drop down to those 2-1 games. They still have a chance to qualify, but the winner's going to lock in their spot.
It all happens here as we get into the action. Na'Vi on the CT side, crunch towards middle early on. There's a peek from Cadian towards second mid. He's been spotted, so immediately backpedals. His teammates fire off the warning shots. Na'Vi recoils, and the opening gambit turns into a bit of a stalemate.
And somehow the only damage done is 15 onto Cadian. As simple, he's at the sandbags. He has these dualies. The nade here might be massive from Boomich. The nades come in. They counter nade on top of him. Simple's tucked away. He finds the first. Can he get the second? No, Cadian with the trade. The nade damage onto Boomich as well as he's had to fall back. They don't have the kit, so they have to commit to these fights. And Heroic, they're just going to back off with the 1 kill that they got and expect to see Na'Vi re-aggress here. They can't take the risk of giving this up. They simply don't have the kits or the utility to play retake.
It's down. He's waiting for the push to come towards him. Glock in his hands, ready to strike. Hits the headshot straight away onto Bit. Follow-up frag as well. That's astounding from Stown. He's now opened up the B site. They can push straight back in. He's playing gun game as he grabs the USP and has so much impact on the Boomich. Back over at the A site, though. It's on Electronic to deny the push, and he can't. He's left dead in graveyard.
And the headshots from Stown over at B. Na'Vi re-aggresses. Heroic expects it. Stown waiting in the corner, and he lands every single shot, and he was the highlighted player coming into this series for Heroic. Showing why here on the opening pistol of their map pick. Again, up at the top of the screen, Na'Vi did pick up that first map. It was 16-11 on their pick of Mirage. So Heroic starting off their map pick very well here with the opening pistol, denying Simple the multi-frags with the dualies.
And he was revving up for it.
Yeah.
The second he gets one, you're like, uh-oh, here we go. Simple going to be on for a showstopper. Instead, it'll be the SMG of Shush that comes in and sideswipes his way through one. Dooley's in play, not on Simple, but still out to have some impact. The Shush will buckle after finding the opening pick towards top banana.
And the counter smoke landing on the other side of the half wall as well, just denying Heroic that information. They don't push forward. Flash comes in. They just clear out the back of the car as Bit grabs that MAC-10. He's tucked away behind the smoke that allows the rotation, but that extra smoke of Boomich actually going down banana, so they weren't able to recover it. As Heroic respond by taking top mid control. The push and pull here very much in effect, as both teams going back and forth between the 2 bomb sites fighting for map control.
Bit close towards Arch. He's got support from Electronic on the CZ. Cadian swings around the corner. Takes a few bullets and decides against it. He'll backtrack down middle. The rest of the team now on the brim of banana.
And it's just Perfecto here. He doesn't have any utility. You can see Heroic. They were just thinking about walking all the way in. Perfecto, he's not going to be able to get to the site. They do have 2 smokes. One comes out towards CT, and I think they're just trying to bait rotations, and that's exactly what they've done, but Perfecto finds the opening. That's down dropped. Heroic, they're going back to the A site. There's only 1 man here. That is Simple, though. You can't count this man out. The 1 player going up towards long. Simple's going to need the support of his teammate in Library. He comes around the corner. Electronic gets the tags, and Simple can't find the kill. Tezes with the Galil jumps up on top of the barrel, lands the headshot, and Na'Vi, they're out of the site. It looks like they might be out of the round.
Bombs planted. Na'Vi starting to back off, calling it quits here, realizing it is going to be an unfortunate retake to go for, not worth the gamble. Electronic was only on 1 HP, so they'll scavenge whatever they can at the end of this round, hard commit to the save, and keep 3 players alive, giving up the second to Heroic, as they will take the game 2-0 now.
They go up. They secure that second round. It got a little bit, I was slightly worried about it there for the side of Heroic when Simple was tucked away behind the hay cart. I think he maybe jumped the gun a little bit on the wide swing. If he had maybe just stayed tucked, waited for the swings to come to him, made sure it was a closer angle, and potentially might have been able to pull that one off. Instead, he swings out, doesn't land the kill. Tezes finds the headshot, and this is it right here. So he's just a little bit too early on the peak there for Simple. Yeah, he's disappointed with himself for that one. Maybe the sound wasn't perfect. Thought they were a little bit closer than they were. So now it is just going to be that eco. Obviously, Electronic brought the AK over. They do still have some armor on everyone as well. Simple with the CZ head armor. Bit going fast through the halls. He's pushed all the way down. He's pushed all the way through. Electronic can't find the opening. Does get a ton of damage as Simple just tries to grab that AK and get away. But Bit has made his way all the way into the back line. He's pushed through second mid. And now it's going to be Boomich here at B. Needs to drop this smoke. Deny the information. And we need to see some rotations coming out from Na'Vi. Heroic's just going to go into the site.
Spam on a Doolies. But it's not going to work well for Boomich as he has gone down. Perfecto starts to weave his way around into the back line and Bit. He's coming up banana. The T's are prepared for this though. And they do have the far better firepower to work with. Cadian, depending on the timing, might actually be caught out though. There's the face from the 5-7. Fires off the shots and does get him down.
Simple just needs to save this AK, really. He has the head armor, he has the smoke, he has the AK. You just got to save this. You're not going to be able to win this one. You don't have the kit. The retake's not going to be an option for you. Hold on to the gun as Refresh is going to try to find him. And he actually finds Bit straight through the wood. Finds him, gets the kill. Perfecto looking for a second. But he's only able to get the one. All of Heroic's going to exit through CT spawn. So Simple is going to hold on to the AK. Bring it into the next round. Potentially drop that one over to Perfecto. He might be able to get him an off. 5,500. So Perfecto could drop it off over to Simple here if they want to do it. Wouldn't be a bad idea on the CT of Inferno, that's for sure.
Oh, not at all. Specifically when, like, back into Mirage as well, the amount of rounds Simple just stayed alive with the M4, he couldn't even really bring the AWP out on CT because he just didn't need to. Didn't want to buy into it for no reason. So if we see him on the AWP here, could be getting lively. Looks like it will just be the rifles on arrival for Na'Vi. But good start from Heroic on the T side.
And he did drop the AK over to Electronic as well. He's gone for the A1S. Very strong on Inferno, of course. Lots of smoke spams. Very good as Electronic gets caught. He swings out. He tries to drop that molly inside of halls, but the aggressive play from Refresh finds him. They were already up into the halls. Again, they have the read on Na'Vi. And right now, Heroic, I mean, they're up 3-0. It's very early in the first half, of course, off the back of the pistol. But this opening gun round starting off great for them as well.
HE gets dashed towards middle. Sliver of damage done onto Shush. He's going to lose 5 HP. The T's are grouped up. They're ready to battle towards brackets. Boomich, he's playing on the bomb side, but he's so low. This relies quite heavily on Bit to hold back the line, be the human blockade. They're going to be running up towards him. They're blind. Flashbang dancing, but Stown still hits the flick back off with a Galil. Simple burning alive, forced to face, and Refresh will send him off to the Burns ward. Boomich on 8 HP. He's got to hit his shots. Gets one, drops into the site. He's being a nuisance, but Refresh from the sidelines does hit it. And Perfecto not in a position to do anything.
Yeah, crucially there, Bit needed to get that multi-frag out towards long on the blind players. Just couldn't connect the second shot. Found the first. Simple gets mollied. And they knew Boomich was there because Boomich got the flash assist. So once they kill Simple, they kill Bit. They're like, all right, Boomich is here somewhere. Flashes come in towards Graveyard from the player inside of halls. Full blinds anyone in sight. Doesn't blind your teammate scaling through Moto. And Boomich drops. It is the opening gun round going the way of Heroic. So they're going to be up 4-0 now. Na'Vi's not going to be able to buy into the next one. Now, maybe if Na'Vi wants to get a little creepy, a little freaky with it, Electronic will have the money to drop an op to Simple. They may go for the hero op play and gamble it towards one of the sites. And then if Heroic take the other site, you just save the op for the next round, right? That could be a potential play here from Na'Vi. I'm curious to see if they're going to go for it. Might not be a bad idea to call attack here as well. Get Blade's input on this one.
Could be the time to use it, but yeah, no drop on the orbs. They don't go for the risky maneuver. No pause either. So they just keep straight in the game. They go back into it. They go next. It's an RV with just the 2 rifles to contend against Heroic now on the 5th round.
Ooh, and they missed their smoke. That smoke is supposed to land towards top middle, which would allow them to drop the... Boomich just about gets away. Counter molly from Perfecto as he goes through the smoke. Doesn't spot anybody. Sound cue's given away of him running away. As he stays over here towards long. Heroic, they are going to walk up middle off the back of their smoke. They get top mid control, and they're not really giving away many sound cues, right? It's just the one flash. Now the deep molly to push Perfecto off. And Heroic, they're taking a lot of map control right now without actually using a whole lot or giving a whole lot away.
This is working very well for them, but Bits here on the initial wide swing, he gets so much info. Perfecto can peek off the back of his contact, and it is brilliant from Perfecto. He gets 2, but Refresh hits the headshot, down to a 4-on-3 in favor of Na'Vi.
Simple's here on balcony. The T's, they're going back over to B. Boomich is up on top of second. He has that CZ, but just 4 HP. Electronic also boosted up at the new box. 35 seconds remaining. The T's are going in. They only have the one smoke for CT spawn, one Molotov. Where do they decide to throw it?
Flash out for the CT peak. Refresh does switch to the Molotov. It will go back towards new box. Should force the face from Electronic. He's going to be burning, but he gets impact off. Still one frag. Boomich goes undetected as well. Doesn't matter how low he is. If he denies the bomb plant, that's all he had to do. But it still is a follow-up frag as well. Oh, Boomich making them feel ill, Davey, as he grabs the AWP, grabs the round, and shuts them down.
The Molotov goes out towards new box. Electronic delays his peak, and both of them, you remember, they were up on the elevated positions. Boomich was on top of second. Electronic was boosted on new box. They both drop. They both drop into the site. Electronic gets mollied. He delays his peak. He swings, finds the opening, and because he delayed so long and there was no reface from Boomich, they assumed he was the only one on the site. They don't clear out Boomich behind second, and just denying the bomb would have been good, right? That would have been enough. It would have been a problem for Heroic. They still would have been able to get the bomb down, but it would have been made much easier for Na'Vi to end up securing it. Instead, he ends up getting the flick as well, finds the second, and they've silent boosted up into the window. And luckily for Na'Vi, they fall off of this hull setup, because if Simple stayed posted up on the stairs, they didn't hear the boost into window, he would have got peeked from the opposite side, and he would have gone down.
Down, spams into the smoke towards top banana. Boomich is playing just behind the sandbags. And they're walking up onto him as well. Stown's going to be first contact if they do commit. He instead jumps up and he's ready for the fight. The Molotov will be dashed. So he'll just play anti-flash towards the wall. Wanted to peek in, but does have to back off.
And the Molotov comes out towards the sandbags as well, so he is able to get away. If that Molotov came to the corner, would have been a lot more of an issue for him. But now they're setting up for the B execute. They have one player towards middle, just holding the flanks, as the nades are going to rain out into B. And honestly, this CT setup isn't great to stop this. They're out of utility. They're kind of in the open. It's going to be hard for them to play off of each other. The nade is going to do some decent damage onto Tezez, but even still, this round looking very good for Heroic at the moment.
Boomich has to drop off, but the problem is he's burning alive, and Tezez will hard commit for the kill. Saves his team as well. That's massive.
Oh.
Shush on the Deagle. Takes down Bit, blows his brains clean out there. An Electronic and Simple tucked in towards the A site. Fingers crossed, hoping that they just get a save out of this, because the round, that's hammered in as Heroics.
And I could just see the setup from Na'Vi there. It was going to be a problem. They were out of utility. They try to flash through the smoke, but they don't get the timing right. The rotation just wasn't there in time. You could see Simple tried to pop flash them through it as Perfecto swung. But it was just a little bit too late. And that caused a ton of issues. As now Cadian baiting out the shot from Electronic. They know he's tucked away. They're both here. They time the peaks together. Cadian and Shush on the wide swings. And now Simple. He's alone in the pit. He's been spotted. They know he's here. The flash is good. And Stown, leaping from above, falls on top of Simple. Finds the kill. No guns recovered. And Heroic on the T side looking very, very strong. This is very much what Na'Vi did to them on their T side of Mirage as well, in the early rounds at least.
And this is the dream scenario for Heroic. You come out into this game, the players we were highlighting on, the players that the people on the desk were highlighting on as well, and Blair was saying, we need big rounds from Shush, right? We need testers to come in. They're waking up. They're getting into the game. And Heroic, picking up round after round. Complete difference in body language as well. You know, back on Mirage, they looked so somber the entire time. We weren't seeing any giggling. There was no rounds where they could really hype each other up. Here, even on this little pause, you can see they look a lot happier. It does seem like Na'Vi have taken a pause as well, potentially for Blade to give his input.
Yep, and you can see right there, check the notes, pass over the information, try to help out Boomich as much as he can. They're down by quite a bit now, and of course they are on the CT side of Inferno. It's only going to get harder from here. They need to get as many rounds as they can. And also that man right there has not been able to get into this map at all.
No, he's been fairly isolated. And if you can keep doing that, if you can ice out Simple,
yeah,
that's like, you know, hands down, that's how you win the game.
Yeah, and Inferno is one of those maps where you kind of can too, right? The Oppers have potential for a lot of impact, but there's also, you know, it's kind of hard to explain, but a lot of the early round nades for the T side are entirely, they exist for the entire use of stopping early op picks, right? Those early nades towards banana, the early nades towards top middle, right? Those are all nades that exist specifically to try to stop ops from getting early picks. And Simple, he hasn't really had the op all that much, and when he has, they just haven't gone to where he is. They've managed to find the openings where he just isn't there. He's not even been able to have any impact at all.
Pause still in effect here. Cadian coming across, getting him back into the game. Small fist bump. But this is good. For Heroic, this is exactly what you want. You're winning out on the half. You just got to keep it going. The bigger scoreline they have getting onto their CT side, the more confidence they're going to have. And it looks like we are back into the action now. 5-1 being the split. As we said, Na'Vi took the win on their map pick. Heroic, if you can bring this back, we will go to Nuke. This series decides who gets the guaranteed spot at the Major in Antwerp. And again, they open it up with the early nades towards Banana. Boomich backing off, taking 9 damage.
And now again, we see the op from Simple inside of the apartments, but Heroic's just not going there. They have 3 over towards B. There's 1 man holding for that just any sort of aggressive mid or Hall's push. That's Refresh tucked away at the bottom of the stairs. Heroic, they've taken full B control. The setup here from the CTs again, it's Boomich and Perfecto. Perfecto playing close with the UMP. Boomich, if he re-peaks, he might be in trouble. Stoun's walked all the way across. They have spotted him. They know he's here, so that's the first smoke dropped. And now with Na'Vi having to use their utility at B, don't be surprised to see something aggressive here in response by the CTs. Oh, and this is going to come down to this. If Simple misses this shot and Refresh finds the pick onto Electronic, that could be nightmare fuel. He swings out. He does miss it. He actually drops, but Electronic gets the trade. It's still the 4 versus 4. And those fights just feel so T-sided in those moments. Flash is going to come in. Bit needs to find this one. Shush actually got into the arch before. Oh, he didn't get spotted, Jack.
He got a huge timing to work with. So now he's back into CT. Boomich has to clear it, and he will be able to get the flick off. Shush nearly reacted, but doesn't do it in time. Bomb on the move. It's on the back of Cadian, and he's running over towards the B site. The attention of Boomich being pulled on Speedway as well. So the one player here to deal with this is just Perfecto. He's tucked in with the UMP, and there's 2 Ts coming into his domain. They've got 10 seconds. If he goes unseen, all he's got to do is deny the plant, and that could be the round, but he can't quite get an angle to peek onto him. They still don't quite know. He's going to hard spam now. They're fully aware of this. Cadian's attention pulled between 2 different positions. Boomich walks up, hits the headshot onto him. The rotate into Banana has finally arrived. That's Tessus. But he's got to do something criminal and steal the round away. With Stoun falling in ruins, the whole round is getting ruined. And Tessus, they spring out onto him, they overwhelm him, the defuse is there, and Na'Vi get the second round with just 2 casualties.
And that's an example for Perfecto there. If he hard commits to fighting those players planting the bomb, he realizes he has the UMPs, realizes he's at a disadvantage. He knows they're going to be looking for him. He jiggles it out, spots the player covering, and he knows, okay, I'm not going to win this fight, right? So instead of taking the fight and losing it and giving up his position, he just tucks away. He just stays alive. He tucks behind the new box. They have no way to get to him. They're too scared to push forward because they don't know if there's another player in backhaul. They don't know if there's somebody else hiding inside of the site. So they just get that bomb down. And by Perfecto staying alive and just causing problems, just his presence, right? Just his presence on the map, causing so many problems for Heroic. as Navi do eventually pick up their second, and again, Simple goes back to this angle.
They're trying it again, refresh. He seems like he's ready for this one on the face, but the difference is this time Simple hits the shot. You won't be getting those for free time and time again. Boomich in a prime position to punish though as Tessus comes walking up towards him.
Oh.
He slips into the back. Easy shot into the cranium.
Perfect timing. And now they know one more is lurked up towards Hull. Simple just wants to take that fight. Cadian's going to be walking into B, and Perfecto's jiggle peeking from the coffins did spot out Cadian. They spot each other. Counter smoke comes in to slow everything down. Molotov as well, just going to make it more difficult, and the nade damage. Shush gets popped down to 21. Simple finds a kill towards middle. That lurk, not going to work out. Boomich is boosted. Shush has been spotted. Both players are spotted now. Shush is so low, but Boomich can't connect the shots. Heroic in the 2 versus 4. They have the sight. They have the op on Cadian. Can they find the frags?
Shush with one. Gets the headshot off onto Perfecto. He's still holding towards Garden as well. Flash over the top, but as they come into him, his vision is crystal clear. And this is looking awful for Na'Vi. They've been giving them the 1v1s. They're again going to go for the same sort of attack, but Electronic does hit it. Cadian holds his own with the AWP. It's a battle of the AWPers, but with no time left for Na'Vi, this can't really be around for Simple. Best case, he kills him on the cross.
And he is going to be able to do it. He gets the kill, but Heroic get the round, and that's going to be perfectly fine from the Heroic point of view. Shush with 20 HP, finding 2 kills, aggressive and backcalls. Like you said, they peeked him one by one. They took their turns fighting him, and Shush landed every single headshot with the AK. And that's exactly how you lose a 4 versus 2. You don't group up. You can see they tried the flash for the second peek here. I mean, Perfecto dropping here again. That flash just doesn't land. Shush is in the open. He's in the perfect spot. If the flash lands, he would have been blind. They miss it now. Blade getting into them, getting into there. As you see, he's talking to the in-game leader of Boomich right now. He's really giving it to him too. He is not happy with what he's seeing.
No, hammering home the problems here. The Danes talking it out as well. 6-2. Monstrous T-side performance so far from Heroic. You just got to maintain pace, obviously, for Na'Vi as well. You're looking at what they're working with going into a round like this, and it's not fantastic. Yeah, you've got the AWP on Simple, but he's had limited opportunities for success. The one pick towards Apps. Other than that, he's been really isolated. Here towards middle, they flash him early, and they're going to be running into him. They want to try and hit hard and fast. The Mac 10 could turn this round into a fast, but he turns, hits the shot, and keeps himself in it.
And he wants to play close to the smoke as well. You know, Simple loves his no-scopes. Doesn't want to give up the map control. Didn't want to give up long there. He found the opening, and you can see the reaction. They start dropping the nades towards middle, and Electronic, the wide swing with the MP9, potentially the mouse jump doing him dirty. The flank is coming out. As Heroic's trying to commit up into the site. Simple's now repositioned in with the op as well.
Headshot from Refresh, but Simple, he's tucked in on the tight right. They need to isolate him, and they can't. He's able to get into the back line, and Simple's doing all the damage on the scope. Finally, Shush will silence him. Hits the kill, but Boomich is coming. He's tiptoeing his way through the apartments. He's just waiting, listening out for the opportunity to punish. Shush tucks directly underneath him inside a pit, worried that he's going to be coming swinging out through library. Sets his crosshair up onto the balcony now as well. 45 seconds. He's got to get the bomb and get it down, or Boomich needs to give him an opportunity. He's peering onto the site. Just the CZ and the HE.
Oh, finds the timing as well. Shush just waiting it out, and the fact that he hadn't seen anything from Boomich at that point indicates he's probably inside of halls, because if he was short, he would have been jiggling out or something. Same thing if he was towards long. So because Shush saw absolutely nothing from Boomich, there was just too many places that Shush could have walked to. He could have walked to, right? If Boomich was on short, he would have jiggled, peeked out, saw the bomb, and been playing around it. Similar situation towards long. And so Shush knows exactly what his win condition is. And he waits, and eventually finds the timing onto Boomich to get the kill.
Risky maneuver early on towards middle. Simple doesn't fancy his chances, so plays it slightly more passive. Utility primed and ready. Heroic pushing their way up into the apartments. Refresh, he's had a good read on this. They are being able to contend for control towards brackets. Bomb's gone unseen as well. And Stown holds for any aggressive plays towards Banana. Flash thrown out, Bomb on the rotate back around. They're going to be scarpering up towards the B site. Lots of noise has been heard from the CTs, but they haven't seen anything yet. And Tessus, he's trying to take the fight.
And this is just an example of Heroic wanting to put pressure towards A early, fall back, make sure there's no B aggression from Na'Vi, keep them honest, keep them playing, at the very least 2 players over to the B site. And you see Simple's rotated over now too, so they've got 3 there. This has worked perfectly for Heroic. Simple does block the smoke, allowing him to play on top of it, and if he finds this opening kill, it could be a problem. Stowns runs straight through into CT spawn, the flash is perfect. Boomich is blind, Bit finds the first one towards top middle, second player there as well, needs to get this kill onto Refresh, and they're turning around, they're going back to B. Stown is in the back line, they haven't spotted him, he got the kill, but they're not looking for it as Perfecto gets one, and that's all he's gonna get. Stown flanks out onto Simple, the B bomb site is taken, the bomb is gonna go down, and the 3-man play from Na'Vi not going to work out for them. Stown, aggressive in CT, gets the 2 kills and wins the round for Heroic.
That's massive. Really nice round. Played it perfectly. Knew that he had that opportunity to create space. Pushed in whilst the flashbang was up. Cleans up against the SMG. And then finally takes out Simple. So Heroic, 8 rounds. They've won the half and then some now on their T side of Inferno. And they're not done with this either. They want to keep this going.
It was just a great round from Heroic overall. They put that presence towards top mid. They turn around, make a ton of noise clearing out top B. Pulls the rotation from Simple. And they planned on faking B. Right. This was supposed to be a B fake. Where Stown was just going to run in, go for the fight in CT spawn. If he gets that kill, you know, that's great, even better, but they were going to plan on going back to A. But once Stown flanked around into backhaul, he realized no one's contesting me, guys. Come back to B. I think that's it. I think there's only 1 more in the site. He was, you know, there was 2 in the site, but Simple was in such a tough spot because he was getting flanked from from Banana and from backhaul.
Boomich, playing side of the smoke here. Lots of damage being done, but Tessa still fights his way through him, acting like Daredevil. Even when he's blind, he's still going to hit the shot with a Famous. So it's another opening pick, falling in favor of the T's of Heroic. They retake Banana control, but the T's, they've already gone. They're grouped up back towards brackets now once more. And there's no warp in play this time for Na'Vi. It's just the rifles that they've got to contend with. 3-man setup on the site.
And they are just leaving Perfecto towards Banana at the sandbags, just to make sure that no one from Heroic is walking up. He can get the sound cues, but really, they're just gambling over towards the A site. And Simple's here in the arch. He's going to see these smokes. If he peeks out into mid, he might call there's nothing here, but it's the Halls play, and it's Electronic to find the first.
Shuts down Testus. The push gets fragmented. They're slowing it down, and Electronic's able to peek again and again. Bit, he takes the bombardment. Full frontal assault onto Refresh, wins out on that one with the AK, and with just 2 Ts left alive for 35 seconds, they're stuck in awkward positions. Perfecto, he's pushed down Banana. Cadian turns to try and get the shot off, but he's got away. And this is going to be really rough. You've got 25 seconds. Shush does find an opener. And he's peeking back in for more. Now Cadian's starting to work his way up as well. 18 seconds, you've got to be swift about this. And Cadian, through the wall, says goodnight to Electronic. Bit takes the head clean off. Ready for a rapid response as Shush sprints up for Bit. He does everything. Hat-trick into the round, and the Orb's going to be carried over.
And Bit saves the day there, actually, because Simple drops, seemingly unaware of the potential flank from Long. He goes down, shot in the back of the head. The Molotov forces Electronic forward as Cadian lands the kill on him through the wall. And if Bit doesn't find that kill on Cadian, if Cadian peeks out, remember, it's like half a second, maybe at most, not even, probably 0.2 seconds right there for Cadian. If he lands that shot, if he gets the shot off even, right, if Bit doesn't one-tap him, Cadian kills him. Straight up, Cadian just kills him if Bit doesn't land the one-tap. So, very, very huge round for Bit to land that headshot. Otherwise, I mean, Heroic would have been completely running away with the T-half. Now, they actually don't grab the op either. They didn't get it. So there's no op on the CT side. The money from Heroic wasn't great. Obviously, they did have a lot of players die in those round wins. As Boomich is pushed all the way down, and he can't find his timing to tuck away, but he is able to find the kill. Has a smoke, drops it down, jumps across, avoids the molly damage as he's across to the left side. Has some support, and he is going to be able to stay alive. Little team tag as well there, just for... Oh, no, never mind. It didn't happen. I thought he just clipped his knee there.
Love tap.
Yeah, little love tap.
Hype his team up. Flash round on Arch.
And that flash is to bait that there's a player playing in Moto. Simple's tucked away in the corner. And if Bit baits for him here, this could be huge.
Simple playing anti. They're going to peek past him. He'll be able to spray. Reveals himself. Boomich capitalizes as well as they converge together. Refresh, the only one in position to try and slow this down.
Oh.
And he does pick up 2 frags. He's only on 6 HP, but he's hitting his shot. The bomb is dropped. There's a kill from Shush for free on the reaggress from Bit. And this might be a mistake, Davey. Now we're in a 2 versus 1 towards the A site.
And the bomb is down at long. They recover it. You can see Perfecto, his reaction is to go aggressive in Banana, but he always has to be worried about the CT play, so he can't rotate. It is going to be all in electronic. He has the smoke, he peeks out, finds the headshot on refresh. Hello. Shush, down to 52 HP. He is going to be able to get into the site. He may be able to get this bomb planted. Electronic wants to wait for his teammate. Bomb is going to go down. Smoke towards Moto to isolate the 1 versus 1. Electronic trying to find the information. He got the information, but he also got a bullet to the brain. Perfecto, 1 versus 1. Throws the lurk smoke, trying to play around it. Shush is ready. He's waiting. Can he find the kill? Perfecto made a lot of sound cues, and you can see he's worried about the play in the smoke, but Perfecto playing it to perfection. Backs away, makes the sound cue towards Graveyard, and walks all the way back to long through the smokes, and the clutch king of Na'Vi comes up massive yet again.
He was in his head rent-free, playing around the smoke. He backs off. He walks into him. Gets a free kill because of it, and most importantly, the round. Refresh did everything he could to try and keep him in it here. The 2 kills, we saw the reaggress from Na'Vi. Shush gets into action. But Na'Vi take the round, and we do go 8-4. So close. The minutest of details time and time again, man.
I think Perfecto missed his jump, and then once he missed it, he recognized he had a different win condition now, you know? That's the sign of someone who's great in clutches. As soon as he missed that jump, he's like, okay, I'm not going to be able to look over this smoke anymore, but Shush is going to be thinking I'm playing around it, so I'm just going to back all the way up to long and wait to see if he pushes. And that's a ballsy read to make because he was low on time. If Shush doesn't push there, Perfecto's lost.
Ooh, Electronic can't repeat the heroism he had into the prior round. It was a filthy shot. This time it's just a spam. He gets brought down to 46 HP. The T's in the push and pull towards quad. They're going to weave their way up. The smoke is dropped. Simple's here. He's looking for an opportunity to strike, but Testus and Refresh, they walk away with some delight. 2 clean kills. Electronic still on the site. Playing posted up on the box. Perfecto
Massive.
just lets it rip like a Beyblade with a spam, but Shush will be able to sideswipe him. And it's all on Boomich. He comes booming into the round with the opening. That's the molly dropped as well. The spread forcing the face. They peek into it, and they do trade 1 for 1. The round given up to Heroic. Cadian pumped up as they get 9 on the T side of Inferno.
And crucially as well, that was the force in from Heroic. They knew that Navi's money was bad. All those kills in the previous round, they knew that they had Na'Vi on the ropes. They go for the force. It's a bold call, and it works out. Right there, Perfecto with the double kill. If Electronic was able to find something from the site, if Simple was able to find something from the site, it's a totally different round, but neither one of them able to get anything done. The site players from Na'Vi there at the A bomb site just not able to find any kills. Fast B control being taken, but a ton of damage being taken as well. Refresh and Cadian down to 22 and 39 apiece.
Softens them up. It makes it look doable with the pistols now. The CZ could have so much more success. Oh, good angle from Stown. Headshot onto Simple.
Man, he just hasn't been able to get into the game at all.
Oh, and Stown, he's just having a hell of a game, isn't he? 11 for 7. Multi-kill in the round already. That's B-site open. Na'Vi have put down the welcome mat and said, come on in.
Yeah, they're just going to gamble towards A. I mean, Boomich has invested heavily. He's down to 1,300. He's not going to be able to buy next round, so you can see Cadian down all the way in T-spawn, just holding that flank. Any aggression towards second mid, anything down middle to flank Banana. He's going to spot it out, give them the info. He's not actually at an angle where he's going to be able to likely get the kill. But it's just about the information. You know, he's got the MAC-10. He's all the way at the bottom here. But it doesn't matter. No one's going to push him. The bomb's going to get planted in B. Navi's going to save over at A. It is just yet again another Inferno moment.
The old classic, the old faithful.
Yep.
But this is not vintage at all from Heroic. This is very different. 10 rounds now at a bare minimum on your T side. And think of how cocksure of himself Blair is going to be feeling if this is the one game where Heroic finally get it over the finish line and take the win against Na'Vi on Inferno. Oh, mate.
Unlucky, bud. Unlucky. And Simple down to 39.50 as well. If he wants the op, someone's going to have to drop it to him. And I didn't see all the money. I don't know if anyone has the funds to drop it and not be Glass Cannon. And there's also the point of kind of what we were talking about earlier with James. It's like, do you really want to invest in dropping the op? He hasn't been able to find any impact. There was actually the one round in the A site with the op when he got the 3K playing around the smokes. That was the only real impact round we've seen from him. And no, they decide not to go for it. He's relegated to just the M4. No kits for the CT side either. As Heroic, they want to respond with fast middle. Boomich finds the opening onto Tez as Electronic spots the aggressive mid play. Doesn't drop his counter utility just yet.
Simple. On the poised position, up top. Hits the headshot, peeks out, sees the second man running into the smoke as well. Comms this across to his teammate, but Bit will do the damage. That's down, falling. And only 2 Ts left alive, Cadian burning. He's got to run away. He'll link up with Shush. But you are so outnumbered, and your HP is in a really horrific spot in a round like this.
Yeah, it's not a good situation. Obviously. I mean, it's 2v5, so not not how they saw this round going.
Not what they wanted.
No, but overall, I mean, 10-5 half on the T side of Inferno is fantastic.
Oh, yeah.
What a great half from Heroic. They picked this map. They clearly came into it with a game plan. You could see very early on, they were countering Navi's early setups. They've been shutting down Simple the entire game. I know they were talking about on the desk how Simple, he's going to have a whole bunch of different looks, right? He's going to be able to go for aggressive B picks, mid, hulls, whatever. We actually haven't seen that a whole lot from them, and partially because Na'Vi hasn't been able to get the op out a whole lot, right? They've only had it a few rounds. If I had to guess, maybe 5 rounds in this half, 4 or 5, Simple had an op. It might not even be that many. Nah, there's no way. Nope.
It can't happen.
Nah.
13 seconds,
He mollied
man's on
himself
12
off
HP. Yeah, he can't even get into the site.
No. Okay.
All right, so there we go. 10-5 half. Big display from Heroic. Exactly what you want. Now, if you get into your CT site, get a huge pistol, everyone's lively, you're all vibing, it could happen. Keep in mind, it's a best of 3 as well, and this decides who qualifies with that guaranteed spot to the PGL Major in Antwerp. So this best of 3 means so much to everyone in the server. Nuke's the decider if we need it.
Yeah, and this is the second map as well. Remember, Na'Vi picked up that first one, their map pick of Mirage, 16-11. Now, we're looking here at the T side of Inferno. And it's one of those moments where it's very cliche. It's easy to say, but it's always going to reign true that this T-side pistol is absolutely massive for them. If they get this pistol, they secure the second round. You know, Heroic potentially gets put onto the back foot just a little bit. And maybe they could bring this one back on the T side. Now, Simple with the P250. Got the tag onto Shush to start that one off, so he's down to 74. The counter utility as well. How many teams run this exact pistol on the CT of Inferno? Usually it's the dualies at half wall lately, but this time it's the CZ from Cadian, the nade as well, and they're making noise, so the sound cues should come in. The nade is going to be dropped. That's going to do quite a bit of damage onto Bit, puts him down to 57. Now they know the CZ was close. Bit may not have heard them fall back either, because remember that nade cancels out your sound. So he may not have heard them fall back. Oh, and look at this. Look at this call from Heroic. All 5 going over to the A-bomb site.
They have read it like a book. They've stacked, prepared for the site, but there's 2 frags falling in favor of the Ts. Perfecto as well. Wins out in the 1v1. Boomich comes off the bomb and repositions, trying to get into a better spot to secure the plant. Cadian runs up with a CZ. A critical headshot to connect, and he will be able to take him down. Simple. He goes down in Boiler, and it's all on Perfecto in the 1v2. 37 seconds to work with. Stuck in the pit. They're swinging onto him. The dink will deal the damage, and Stown will walk away with the round. That's the 11th now picked up.
And what a pistol from Heroic as well. They gamble 5 over towards the A site. They show presence at B. They know that Na'Vi is going to take that. They're going to take that information and say, hey, there's 3 at B. Run up mid. Heroic's like, yeah, we know you're going to run up mid. Guess what? We're running over there too. They completely give up the B bomb site. Na'Vi has the site control, but they can't get the bomb down. Boomich is getting flanked on short. Has to cancel the plant. Runs into the site, and Cadian, no fear, no hesitation, Wing at the in-game leader of Na'Vi with that CZ, finds the kill as the second round starts. Simple gets the opening pick with the Deeg.
Simple's had enough. He wants to take this game into his own hands. And in his palms is that Deagle. Player being spotted as well towards Boiler. That'll be Shush, who's got to back out. They've taken the control off of him. And they're grouped up inside of Apps. They are also holding for the push towards Banana, but it's not coming in. They've got the smoke at the bottom.
And Simple communicating a lot here in this round. Look, he's just been talking nonstop. He's trying to organize some form of play towards A. The bomb is here inside of the mini pit, and it's Boomich who has it with just the Glock. If this aggression from B comes out, if this materializes and the bomb gets dropped, it's not going to matter what happens at A. Electronics pushed up. There is that player over towards Moto. It is Refresh with the M4, and they are going to try to find him. He's jiggling it out. The timing's going to be everything. Electronic finds him, looks for the second in pit as well, spotted the player. They're all the way up, but the flank in mid is already there.
Flashes out so he can peek. Trying to deal damage with a Famous. Will be able to grab 2 frags. That's a huge play to be made. Tessus comes running into the site with the MP9. Simple will go down. Stown finds 2. And they grab it. They hold on. It looked awkward. It looked scary. Monstrous play with the Famous. Oh, the MP9 as well. I'm going in. Just runs out.
Again. Same thing as the pistol. Boomich trying to plant in the site just gets run down by the flankers of Heroic. They go in so fast. And there, Electronic almost finds both kills, puts both players down into red, but cannot find the headshots, cannot land the kill. The utility comes out. That Molotov just not spreading.
Ooh, close spam, but no frag. Instead, it will be Refresh to punish Perfecto. And Heroic are dangerously close to a 13th round already. Na'Vi, 2 players inside of the apps, rotate off from the site. They just leave Stown holding towards the top of Banana. They're going to group up at A. Electronic, he's in for a rude awakening if he peeks out onto this. Shush tucks underneath quad.
The timing is just working out in Heroic's favor there. Shush was the only man on this A bomb site. 15 seconds ago, he was here by himself. Now they're walking out towards middle. They're right on top of each other though. And the spacing is good. Bit lands the headshot. Counter utility comes out. They're looking towards long, and that's the moment that Refresh strikes. Peeks out, finds 2. His only man here is Stown. He's tucked away behind the car, but the kill actually goes the way of the tease. So this is going to be bomb down. Boomich with the missed smoke ever so slightly. Bomb is still going to get planted. It's a 2v3 post plant, and Simple's gone aggressive into CT.
He dives through the smoke. Posts up on the ankle, but Boomich, he's been blown out of the server, and it's all up to Simple to slay them. Can he skeng him up with a Kalashnikov? Peeks in towards Banana, but no. Cadian's ready for the engagement. Will win out on that one. And Heroic take the 13th round.
Heroic landing all of their shots there, and that missed smoke from Boomich, you can see it just spurred Simple forward. He wanted to land that deep smoke and try going aggressive into CT spawn, but as soon as Boomich dies, it's a problem. And there is a bit of a misplay there from Na'Vi as well in the 2 versus 3. Simple going aggressive in CT. I mean, you don't want Boomich going aggressive Banana at the same time, right? He needs to either go towards back site, play to stay alive, potentially walk into the back halls, right? But he needs to go somewhere closer to Simple. Him dying at Banana puts Simple in the worst possible scenario. Then he's responsible for so many things. If Boomich goes towards back site, they potentially have a crossfire from CT and site, because if Simple finds the kill on Cadian and CT spawn, then the CTs, they're retaking B with the crossfire from site and CT, right? And that is a much better situation for Na'Vi. Boomich re-aggressing on Banana and dying pretty much secured the round for Heroic. And he only had the Galil. It's not a great fight.
Heroic making the impossible looking plausible here. Could be the first time we see them take this map away from Na'Vi, put it back into a split series, one map apiece, push us onto Nuke and have the opportunity to grab that spot at the major. We'll stay in the present for the meantime. Again, aggression towards Banana. It doesn't work well for Heroic here. Simple, ready, assaults with the AK, and slays the IGL of Heroic.
Cadian tries to go aggressive on B, but the spam through the smoke. Lands Simple the opening frag. And again, look at this gamble stack from Heroic. 4 players towards the A site. Just now, Tezes is rotating back over. Does have the smoke in his hand. Na'Vi is retaking the bottom of Banana. That bomb is still down there at the bottom of the ramp, so what they want to do here is they want to fight for top B control. That flash, trying to bait out that there's 2 inside of B, right? That's the idea. And if there is 2 inside of B, the general reaction from the T side would be like, okay, long is weak. We're going to go up long. And you can see that's exactly what Heroic is hoping happens. They have 2 players here, 1 player tucked away in the cubby, as Stown takes the fight, and it actually is Refresh who wins out on it. So now Na'Vi knows there was 2 players towards long. Both of them are low, but the kill goes the way of Heroic.
The 4-on-4 head-to-head. Walk through the smoke. Perfecto. Does hit that one. Stops Refresh. Cuts back the numbers. Stown's only got 10 HP as well, and he's wrapping back on B. So this comes down to Shush purely in the 1 versus 4. He's about to be overwhelmed. He's got a multi-frag. He's got a punish. Only gets 1 before Bit will be able to buckle him. And that's the round gone, really.
Just make sure you plant the bomb.
Ooh, 1 second. Ooh.
Look, man, I've seen some things, okay? You never know. You just never know. Cutting it down very close. Boomich does eventually get it down, though. So Na'Vi pick up their first round here of the T side. 13-6. It's a big lead for Heroic, but nothing's out of the realms of possibility. Heroic's money not in a great spot either. Cadian will be able to rebuy. Drops won't be able to come in from Stout and Tezes, though. Remember, it's only the 1,400 bonus right now. So we are going to see some SMGs. We're going to see some pistols. Stout could drop a MP9 to Refresh, probably. If they want, yeah, because he's already got the armor, so he can drop the MP9. That way Refresh can get the gun, all the nades, you know, etc., etc. Maybe a Mag 7 half wall, you know? A little bit of fun.
Ooh. Maybe. Could be coming. The Professor Chaos play.
No, he'd be in holes.
Oh, there you go. That's the difference.
Yeah.
Only when his game's slow.
Exactly.
But this has been a fast game for Heroic with the stature they've been building. But you're not out of the woods yet. No matter how big the scoreline is. Na'Vi can always bring this back. A little bit of an extended pause on this one as well.
Yeah. I think these teams are taking back-to-back pauses, right? Like, I think if Na'Vi takes one, Heroic responds with their own, or vice versa. That's what it seems like, because the pauses have definitely been lasting longer than 30 minutes.
30 minutes?
Oh, obviously, yeah, 30 minutes, yeah. Obviously,
it's a really long pause.
It's a very long tac pause. It's more of a tactical meeting than a tactical pause.
Have a little mothers meeting in Spawn.
Yeah, but it does seem like they've been going back-to-back because, well, it's just been like a minute long instead of 30 seconds every time.
No, you are right. It does make sense as well. It's a way to counter it. But we are into the 20th round. And look at this. Electronic straight up onto quad. Problem is, he's taken a bullet to the head. Shush. Will be taking him down. And Bit peeks out through the balcony as well. Tessus sends him off on a date with the coroner from Graveyard. And this is worrying for Na'Vi. Now only 3 Ts, the triple threat left alive towards Banana, and there's close contacts down. He's playing in the smoke. He had a huge gap in it. He takes down Boomich and backs off. No room for a trade.
Yeah, the one-way smoke from CT spawn. And look, he wants more. He decides to peek back out. The counter smoke from his teammate in CT just going to slow Na'Vi down completely. They're already in the 2 versus 5. Bit of hopelessness coming out from Simple there. He's like, I'll just spray my bullets into the smoke and hopefully someone is just there, right? It's just desperation. Desperation for the T's. And they might just walk away and save at this point, Jack, because it's a 2v5. They don't really have any entry to the sites. Simple has the AK, he has the nades, and Perfecto actually given the kill onto Shush. So that's just going to back Heroic up a bit. They're like, okay, wait, whoa. Let's not do anything crazy. Remember who we're playing against right now, okay? Let's not be giving up anything. And so they stop. Any aggression they were thinking about immediately ceases once Perfecto gets the kill. And he could drop a Galil now because, yeah, the 1950, he's not going to have any bonus, obviously, because they're saving the guns. Simple already has the AK, the smoke flash, so he doesn't really need anything else. You'd like more utility, but in the end, not that big of a deal. What's the money like? So Electronic can buy Galil full nades for himself. If Perfecto decides to drop one over to Bit, then obviously Perfecto's going to lack the utility, but Bit will have all of it. It just depends on how they want to go about it, really. But dropping the Galil to Bit just means more rifles on the server, because Boomich can buy his own. Now, the main question is... Yeah, okay, never mind. They're not going to go for the op.
That is a loud chicken.
That is a very loud chicken. That chicken is excited.
He's really, like, fired up. He must be a Heroic fan.
Yeah, I think so. He's trying to throw Na'Vi off and spawn.
Calling him a chicken. Oh, man. Right, well, who's going to have the secret herbs and spices in round 21?
It's like, and they called me a chicken. You're the ones who didn't even go for the round. That's what he's yelling at him right now.
Ooh. Ooh. Okay. Simple. On a close range connection, they got their back turns. They walked into him. They wanted to be flashed out. Instead, it's a double kill for Simple and Tessus. Quick on the response. Hits the headshot. Smoke drop. Molly thrown out as well. Tucks in. Playing on the lip of the smoke. Waiting for the push to come out. His teammates are rotating over. He sees the headshot towards Pool, but he will be punished by Electronic.
And the spam coming in, doing so much damage. You can see Bit just dancing around, jumping up and down, jumping everywhere, trying to avoid that damage, and Electronic finds the headshot onto Refresh. That is going to be the save. Shush just running away with it. And Na'Vi, okay, I mean, they answer back 14-7. Now remember, last game, when Na'Vi was up 15-7 is when Heroic started to sort of bring those rounds back, win a couple rounds. Now, at 14-7, Na'Vi doing a good job winning this one. I mean, the pop flash comes in, but it was just at a really unfortunate time. It was the exact moment Simple peeks around the corner. So he finds the double. The money for Heroic as well, in a very iffy spot. Stown, Refresh, and Tesses should be able to force into it, but it's not going to be great. Yeah, 37, 34, 39. This should just be the eco now. This should just be the eco for Heroic. Play with the one gun, save for the next round. You'll have a good buy. You'll be fine. You're on that 1900 bonus. If you don't invest into this, you're fine. Now the problem if they go for the force and then they lose, then they're full reset. They're going to be on the 2400 bonus the next round, which means... So let's just say they force into this one, which they did. Okay, so if they lose this round, they still have 4 M4s, so it's not terrible, but the utility's not there, and it's CT Inferno. You have to have the utility.
You got to have the nades.
You got it. So if they lose this here, then they're on full eco for the next round, but they're only going to be at about 2K, only at about 2,000, which means the round after that, they're going to be looking at 44, 4,500 average, which means they're not going to be able to get the op, they're not going to be able to get the rifles and the utility, and they're giving Na'Vi a chance to close this gap. As Simple finds the opening, the boost. Oh, and Electronic got the timing. He swings out, finds the booster as well. Bit with the third. That's Shush going down inside of the A site, and the force buy, they have to hold on to these guns. They absolutely have to.
They're not going to.
No, they're not going to.
Tessus is dead on Arch, and the only player still alive is Cadian. He's stuck at the B site, and they need to track him down. They can go full John Rambo. Perfecto. He sees him, comes across exactly where he is. They can flank him from either side. He's stuck in a really dire strait now. Just got a hard spam onto CT, connects one on Electronic, but the problem is the second he falls, their buy is going to be out of this one. Although Cadian does actually get 2 before he buckles.
Yeah, but for Na'Vi, I mean, Heroic has 14.
Yeah.
So there is no resetting them at this point, right? If they lose one round, they're going to be able to buy the next one. And if they lose a second one, it's game over, right? We go on to nuke. So it doesn't matter to them at that point. They can lose guns going for those hunts. It's not an issue. And this is what I'm talking about now. So once we get back into this next one, you're going to see Heroic's money is going to be right around the 2K mark. I think Refresh had an extra 500 in the bank, but he might invest into it because of it. Exactly. So he's got the Deagle, the Smoke Flash, and they've half bought. So, okay, actually, this is interesting. So they're going for the investment here with the Deagles and the nades. If they lose this round, they're actually going to take another eco next round. They're not going to buy into it just to get that full gun round coming out when they finally decide to go for it. Because if they full ecoed here, the next gun round they had would have been a bad one, and then they potentially lose that, and then Navi's totally back into the game. So they just go for the Deagles, some light utility, and hope, hey, I mean, if we hit our one Deags, great. If we don't, that's fine. Eco next, and then we're going to have a really good buy for that gun run that we want.
But Na'Vi are just taking it a round at a time. But they're getting the game closer and closer. Here into the 23rd, aggression comes out towards the top of Banana. They do have a boost. They've got the smoke as well. Backup from Teslas playing towards Garden. And Na'Vi, after the initial contact with the smoke being dropped, they start to double back.
Cadian?
Oh, hello. He dives around the corner. He's got the info. He drops the smoke as well and plays on the site. He's the Lone Ranger at the A.
And that smoke being dropped as well does give quite a bit of info to Na'Vi. If this was an A stack, that smoke's not getting dropped, right? So Na'Vi's like, okay, I think they're heavy towards B because the only reason that smoke gets dropped is if there's a man by himself on A, right? That's the only situation where that happens. So you can see the reaction here. Boomich going up long, looking for the info. He's just spraying the smokes as the play comes up towards short, and that is going to be the A site taken. Heroic, they're just going to back off. No armor to save. There is a couple pieces of utility which could make a difference, right? Shush and Tezes with the flash apiece. And they're just going to save all the way back towards the B site. And now it's just a matter of how bad do you want to eco hunt. Simple. He smells him.
He's caught a whiff. He's got the knife and fork out. Can he make an incision towards Banana? Ready on the angle, back up a bit. He knows one player got past. If he peeks into this, the Deagles are honed in on him. Instead, he's just going to hold. No reason to overcommit. A little bit worried about the T-step space. And that's actually the one Deag from Tessus. Woo! Slumps him.
Ooh, and the flash is good. Bit's blind. They want to try to recover that AK. Second flash coming in. That one actually misses. It is going to be Boomich and Bit fragging out on the ecos, and Boomich wants more. In the end, again, not going to matter. It's just kind of fun. They get to have the ecos. And you can see this is the money situation for Heroic now. That small investment, they plan for this. They're totally okay with it. Here, we might even see a little bit of pistol light armor, maybe a 5.7 light armor, a flash. They have a little bit of extra money to play with now. They're not going to go for the armor by the looks of it. Just a couple upgraded pistols, the smoke, and that means this next gun round from them is going to be the full buy. They're going to have double ops if they want it. They're going to have the full utility. Last round was just a small sort of gamble. They realized they didn't want to play a gun round with low utility or low weapons, whatever. They just didn't want to play a bad gun round, so makes sense to go for the double eco.
I do prefer that, at least. You make the smart economic decision. We've seen times where, you get stuck in a rut, you keep forcing into it, you go on to lose the game, there's no point. Here, you can afford to concede a couple of rounds, have a healthy buy, and then attempt to shut the game down. It's down, looking for the one Deag, misses the opening shot. He's now been spotted out by Boomich. And Simple's just running in.
It's like, come on.
Give me the kills.
I want them. That's what he sounds like.
He does indeed. He's a cockney.
You're right, mate. Going up here for kills, yeah?
Going to be having all the frags, actually, mate.
Many people don't know that about him.
It's from the streets of London. Na'Vi taking the bomb back up towards the A site. All right, it's down.
Bye-bye.
Yeah, good night to Boomich. That could actually be the saved AK as well. He can grab that.
Not bad.
That makes the buy a little bit easier.
Just giving you a little bit of extra money. It's never going to hurt. They are going to get the bomb down, but as you can see, yeah, Heroic, they're just backing out. And now the save game, yet again.
But this is what Heroic have been building up to. Let the rounds tick by, get the money back up, then have your happy investment, And they are 1 round away from match point. Na'Vi are up 1 map in the series already. So Heroic, they need to win here on Inferno. You can't afford to let this slip through your fingertips. If Na'Vi somehow went on to close this game out, that would be them taking the 2-0 and getting the spot at the major.
And that smoke just to deny. They could see what they were wanting to do there. Na'Vi's like, nah. Drop the smoke in halls. Shush is going to try to run through, but it is just going to be the kill for Bit. Cadian drops the bomb as well. They don't lose anything, really. They didn't have any armor. No utility, no kits, nothing like that.
Oh, the decoy shot, man. Look at him.
Oh!
He's in mid-air.
Oh my, it was Stown who got it.
That's what I was saying.
I thought Stown was like the Coffins player or something.
No, he just dived around the corner. He's an acrobat.
What on earth? Because I saw the man jump in front of him, but there was also the guy peeking from Coffins at the same time.
No, that's gross.
So I just assumed the guy Coffins got the kill. Oh my god.
Yeah, that is
freaky.
Ridiculous. Disgusting kill. Okay, 14-10. Buy finally out. This is where the game's got to come alive. Heroic, you need to wake up on the CT side now. No more sleeping. Double nade thrown over the top. Stown, he's so low. He's on 30 HP.
Yeah, big damage onto Stown. He's taking quite a bit. He backs up, drops the nade. Ooh, he actually backed into the molly. Did some counter damage onto Perfecto with the HE. And you can see Na'Vi, they do think that Heroic's playing 3 towards B, and they're right. They get top middle control pretty much for free. The peek out from Bit indicates there's nothing towards short. Lurk smoke towards long is just going to apply that bit of pressure. But Heroic, they're actually committing to 3B. The bomb is down at the bottom of middle, and it's coming back up mid now.
They're going to be rotating round. Take CT control, get back towards the A site. Boomich. He's starting to edge slightly more. Taking the fight round, peering into pit and seeing if he can find an opening pick for the T side, but Refresh makes the adjustment, hits the shot. Here comes Bit, the balcony attacker, bombards his way through 2 of them.
Oh!
That's the hat trick as well. Monstrous round from Bit. Heroic, they've been biding their time to finally get the buy out, and they have been slaughtered on the defense.
And look at Simple. They want to go on the hunt. They don't want to let them hold on to this op. They don't want to let them bring this one into it. You can see they are fast. They're fast on the chase. Cadian, oh, he might have just got timinged. He's going to get over into the backhaul. He's posted up on deep CT. There's no way he expects these 2 players close. He's moving around. Oh, and he keeps moving. They heard the scope, so they're a little bit careful about it. Oh, and Cadian. No. He just keeps buddy hopping around. Please. Oh, I'm so stressed. Oh. I'm so stressed. Thankfully, it's over now.
Yeah, they will shut him down. Orb taken away. Tessa's the only one that's still alive. This could be a clean house, but in the end, Simple will buckle under that one as Tessa's hits the shot with the M4. He's trapped in Banana, though. Easy cleanup crew action from Electronic. Na'Vi, round after round, they have been grooving on their T side.
It's down. Yeah, he goes for the hero op, drops that over to Cadian. They might be fully buying into this. I was watching, I saw lots of armor being purchased. Now they are on full bonus, so it could have just been the SMGs. No, look at that. They go for the force. Cadian gets that op in his hands. Doesn't invest in the kit though. No kits on the CT side. So they're committed to wherever they're playing to hold, that's where they're gonna have to be. As they fully bought into it, and now the op shot rings out, which means Na'Vi knows the force is in. Stown again, taking a ton of nade damage, but it's Perfecto creeping through. Stown blind, finds the kill with the MP9. He wins out, he recovers the AK, and he's still going forward.
Pushes down towards close Banana. He's in a prime position. And will hit the headshot. Simple, stunned by what's just occurred. Reface doesn't work. Electronic. Stop this round from getting any more absurd. 4 versus 3, Heroic. They have an edge to work with finally. Testis is the only player stationed towards the B site, though he's got the smoke.
And crucially, Na'Vi have been conditioning Heroic to be worried about those long plays, worried about A. This time, Na'Vi walking all the way up into B. Teza spots him, drops the smoke, and they need to get in front of it. They drop the HE right on top of him. Sound is gone. Do they spam it? No, Electronic doesn't commit. Boomich gets tagged down, but the bomb is going to go down. And Heroic, they have to play the retake. And remember, they don't have the kit, and they don't have any Molotovs.
Backups arrived. The cavalry's here. HE passed on to Shush. The AWP Posted up towards deep CT. All comes down to the post plant here for Na'Vi. If they lose this, that'll be match point taken. The retake has to be huge. Nades go in. That's the swing from Tessus. Chops his way through the first. Electronic waiting for the swing. Unloads with the AK. Does shut down 2 of them. There's the dive round as well. Time ticking away. They've got to get on the ball. He's in the fountain and it's dead and gone.
Electronic and Boomich from the back of the site. The crossfire is perfect. Electronic gets 3, Cadian gets 2, but it is just a consolation. The round goes the way of Na'Vi. No kit being invested. They weren't able to get in. They weren't able to get the retake off. The spacing just wasn't there. They found the opening onto Bit as well. The flash was perfect. Full blinds him, and you're looking 2v4. Boomich on just 10 HP. Electronic has to come up huge, and that is exactly what he does.
The fact that they've been able to bring this game back from the brink of defeat to now them sat in a position where Na'Vi, they might actually make it to match point first if they can keep this up. The only thing they get out of it is the AWP on Cadian. Yeah. Everything else goes the way of Na'Vi.
And Heroic, I mean, they're on the full bonus, so it is okay. Right? It's not, they're not completely screwed out of this one, but Na'Vi have just been slowly running away with this.
Round 27. 2 rounds of difference. They're starting to push their way down mid early as well. Playing close on the smoke. That's actually going to be Tessus that's wading his way through it. Electronic jumps up on the balcony. He's got a clear line of sight onto him. And they get the opening frag. He gets away critically as well. But inside of the apps, Bit, woo, hits the headshot onto Stown. Survives with only 2 HP. And they're back into the 4v4.
And that trade back is massive. Remember, they have forced into this one off the back of the hero op save from Cadian, and he wants to walk forward. He's going to get control of Banana. It is just Perfecto here, 57 HP. He's behind the half wall. There's 3 CTs, and now he might be hearing this rotation. The op is going to go over towards A, and Perfecto may have heard them run away. Smoke towards the top of B. So Tezes, he's in front of this smoke. Perfecto would have heard the re-smoke, but does he expect Tezes in the advanced position? Crucially, if Tezes drops, he is the only player on the B bomb site.
He has to hold the line. He's got to put his foot down and walk away with a tenacious defense. Big tag, follow-up headshot onto Simple, but he's still alive. 22 HP for Bit, 9 for Simple. Cadian. He rotates over.
Oh, the HE.
He's got a nade.
He sees him. Yeah, this is going to be the kill on Bit. Bit's going to drop here.
HE off the wall, stops the bomb plant. Simple will grab it, and he tries to get the follow-up off. Cadian diving round, but the Molotov stops him from going all in. He has to tuck off. Hold. Playing on the close corner, watching towards Garden. Simple's only got 9 HP, but he's in a headshot angle with the AK. Refresh. Comes over. All 3 CTs working together, trying to make this play. They need to bait out, take down Simple, and then it's just a 1v1 against Boomich at that point. But he swings into them. Cadian hits the shot. Peek on CT, and Shush will stop it. Oh, Heroic. They finally make it to match point. It's taken them so long to do it, but they grab 15.
And if Cadian doesn't land that shot, they are both dead. Refresh had just thrown his Molotov. That's what got Simple to swing. That Molly coming out, he hadn't pulled his gun back out in time, and they lined up. They were both lined up for Simple on just 5 HP. If Cadian misses, that's the double kill, and that's the round for Na'Vi. The in-game leader from Heroic with a massive shot, the round-winning shot, the map point securing shot. As Heroic finally get up to 15. And Na'Vi, the response, Simple gets an op of his own.
The Big Daddy bringing out the AWPer here into the 28th round. Na'Vi have been showing that they still have so much life left in them on their T side. But now they have no room for error. Has to be 3 rounds back-to-back to force this into overtime, or it will be Heroic shutting down Na'Vi on the map, getting a big upset win on Inferno, and taking us to Nuke.
They boost Simple up. They're really trying to boost Simple up onto the half wall. Okay. That was pretty funny.
That was pretty
They missed
good.
it about 5 times.
Yeah. Not really ideal. Ooh, Boomich as well.
Oh, nade.
Oof. Look at the utility damage alone here.
Yep.
Everyone's in such a rough spot. Oh, the nades just keep coming. Boomich, he's on 3 HP.
But how has he even survived?
I don't know.
Oh, tell me there's not another nade coming. No. I mean, Stown has one.
They flash it, and they're going to be pushing up. They want to go straight into the bomb site. Cadian's got a backpop.
No.
Critical kill to find for Bit, but in the back line, shush!
What?
He goes down! Simple and Bit! Oh no! It's all onto the 2v3 now. 20 seconds as the bomb is planted. It's down. He comes over. He's got the HE, trying to line up an opportunity to strike with it. Dashes it off the wall. It'll land right in front of Electronic. Doesn't do any damage. Follow-up HE goes out as well.
How many HGs are they going to throw at them in one round? The two from Stown not finding any damage, not able to find anything. And Heroic, really, with the position their money's in, they should not be going for this. They have the one up, and they call it off. It's a good call. He gets away. They don't actually get the exits, which could have been significant. Navi's money's not in a good spot. And Navi needs to get out of there. I mean, Bit and Perfecto might drop here. They're both so low. Jump around the corner. That is a nice shot from Stown. Very fast, and Bit does go down. Can they recover the op? They do. Electronic should be able to get some drops out. Navi's going to be fine. 15-13, though, Jack.
A hair of difference between these two teams. It took Heroic so much to get match point on the board. And this is looking terrifying. Round 29 is live. Simple, still on the AWP as it was salvaged for him at the end of that one. The amount of utility damage done to Banana in the previous round, the fact it still went on to be a Na'Vi victory is so ludicrous.
Absolutely ridiculous. So many HEs draw. I can't believe Boomich survived all of those grenades, honestly. Nade comes out, more HE damage onto Electronic. But Boomich is pushed up close, and the flash is there. Counter flash is going to come in from Heroic. No, they change it up to the Molotov. They isolate the player at car. Flash comes in, smoke's there. And no, even more HE damage onto Boomich. Heroic just dropping the nades on top of them. Pop flash is perfect. They've caught two in CT spawn, but they can't take advantage of it. They can't take the space. As Simple, somehow, that shot doesn't land. Simple takes some damage. None returned for Heroic. And they are running out of nades, but they've done a ton of damage with them.
They slow the round down. Send the bomb back towards brackets. They hold for the aggression towards Banana. Cadian, scoped in, playing towards Arch. Electronic, he could be walking into this. If he faces it, he's got to hit the one tap straight away. Cadian misses the shot, takes 40 damage because of it. 30 seconds on a timer, Davey. The bomb's been left at middle. They're going to be wrapping up for this and trying to make their play out onto the A site. There's a pick from Shush as well. It's Electronic. He goes down. Bit. Close here on quad. P coming round from refresh. Oh, he spams his way through two of them. Lines up the third. Simple. Finally gets that shot back. Switches to the AK and pushes up. Got to clear out Pit. Hits the headshot, but it's too little. Too late. 16-13. Heroic. Get it over the finish line. It took so much from them. But they do upset Na'Vi here. They get their map pick. And we are going to nuke Davey. A best of one between the both of them now to decide who goes to the major.
That's right, in that final round, refresh with the swing out from back at default. Only two players inside of the site. The fake from Na'Vi worked to absolute